Why WordPress is no longer relevant in 2023. I made a list which shows why I don't think WordPress is no longer why I think WordPress is no longer relevant in 2023. There are better alternatives for specialized purpose. For example, for courses you can use Teachable, Kajabi, or even Udemy. For e-commerce, Shopify, Squarespace, BigCommerce. For funnels, you can use ClickFunnels. For presentation websites, you can use Squarespace, Webflow. And for community, you can use school.com, Facebook groups. Then, we don't have an official support for WordPress. You would need to look for forums, to look on Stack Overflow. And yeah, they don't have an official support, so you have to wait until the community responds. In my opinion, only 2% to 5% of the WordPress developers can do something great, and it requires time. So there are a few cases where it is profitable to hire great developers for something custom. So in my opinion, there are a lot of developers, but only few of them can do something great and know what they're doing. So it's it's robust, and how can I call it? It's prepared for the future. Then usually it is hard to maintain after development has ended. So it does not offer some options like Squarespace does to create blocks and edit them easily. You would have to navigate through code, and you probably have a few options through the control panel. Then there are the plugins. They're old, they're not updated frequently, and because probably people don't buy it too much on WordPress. Unlike Shopify, where many users are used to buy useful and maintain plugins, because on Shopify there are many customers which can easily purchase plugins. So there's demand, and people develop for Shopify because people buy from their store. Then WordPress becomes slow after a few plugins have been added, especially if they are not well written, and there's a lot of them which are not well written. There are few well written plugins that are integrated well. Then the code base has become messy and hard to maintain because there are few ways for developers to make money and little quality time is invested. Basically, people who work on WordPress are not paid, from what I know, and they probably make their money from being experts on WordPress and working on contracts. There isn't a company that's together to create WordPress, to make WordPress very good. There are a few volunteers, a few people which participate in the development of it. Few built-in options for creating something valuable, unlike Squarespace, where you can do a lot through the control panel user interface. For example, adding SSH certificate, managing a lot of settings. It's simple in Squarespace. You have everything organized. Then you can easily mess up something through code. If you don't understand what you're doing, you can easily create something bad in the code, because there are a lot of files which depend one on each other. It's easy to make bad changes. Then the security isn't the best because many again the plugins aren't well maintained, and yeah, you can use the old versions, you can use something that's not well written, and then it affects your security. also the control panel becomes messy after a few plugins are added, because their options are added on the control panel and you get a lot of options. It becomes messy. And about the core software architecture, I don't think they have a great software architecture at WordPress. They've kind of built something on top of other things. I don't think they're very organized, and they don't have clear plans for the future of how to perform. I think they simply make another feature to work, make another feature, and don't focus on the architecture to make it easier to maintain, to make it easier to develop. And yeah, this is my list why WordPress is no longer relevant. If you liked it, and hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.